Sorry.
Did you say hola?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
All I heard was holak.
Yeah, and then I stopped because you started to talk.
Hey, what's up you guys? It's Vani and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, haven't yet already, hit that subscribe button and the bell to turn on post notifications. Follow my social media in the description box below and check out my vlog channel if you haven't yet already. Today I'm here with my sister, London. You can scoot up. You look so small compared to me though. You make me look fat. We're gonna be talking about relationships. I totally forgot what I was saying.
Yeah, relationship. I think we should start off by saying like how many relationships we've been in.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Just think about it. I've had my elementary flings.
Okay, see, the question is, do the middle school relationships count, or like
No.
real boyfriends?
The middle school boyfriend, mine does count. The elementary
Okay, but
school
for me.
for you. Oh no, because you're older than me.
Okay, so just real relationships.
That like you've had like kissing and stuff, like and like going out on
Okay.
dates and like hanging out, you know, like
Oh.
relationships like that. For you. For me, I've only been alone and those.
Chad. So you only count the one as a real relationship?
Yeah, because we actually dated.
See, I usually count two, but if you're using those specifics, then only one.
Only one for you.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Charlie.
Okay.
Andy.
See, that's what I was gonna count, but we didn't like kiss and
Oh,
a
then,
bunch
yeah.
of stuff, you know? Like,
Well, I didn't kiss.
Chad.
and a
We were
bunch
like-
of stuff.
I think we kissed once. I didn't like it because his breast stunk.
Me and I
Chad.
held hands before. That's like
But like dates too, we didn't really go on dates. I think we went out once and it was a group date.
oh, those are uncomfortable.
I think it was better for me because she was like the people we went with were like a new couple
Mm-hmm.
and she was super nervous, so it was like fine. Like me and him we're really good friends, you know, like we vibed as friends. So I've only technically been in one real relationship.
Have your relationships gone downhill?
Obviously, or I
that's
would
why you're
be
single.
in one still.
I've
Yeah.
only been in a relationship that was 7th and 8th grade. I dated the same guy 2 times. He was a douchebag because I would like invite him to go out and like do stuff with me,
Mm-hmm.
but he wasn't. He blamed it on his mom, not like letting him to do anything.
Right.
And I was like, that's bullcrap. I know that's bullcrap. You just don't want to hang out with me, but you just don't want to say it.
Right.
So that's how it was in 8th grade actually, because in 7th grade I was kind of scared, like having a boyfriend kind of, so like I didn't want to hang out with him. I just wanted to like take things slow. But then in 8th grade when we dated again, I wanted to hang out with him. I invited him to a football game. I invited him out to the movies. He just was like, no, like I can't go. I was like, okay, bro. But yeah, he was just blaming on his mom or anything. And then I would be like, man, I asked him the one day, I was like, what is up? Like, never want to see me outside of school. We only talk to each other on the bus when we get ride home because I rode the bus, you know?
Right.
That's when I got on the bus. And I was just like, do you like not like me? And he was flirting with this one girl, like in the hallways. Like, I remember this one day, like, we would meet in like the middle of the 8th grade hallway because the 8th grade hallway was just one hallway. Like, all of the classes are like down that one hallway. And so he was on the same team as I was, but like we had like different teachers, and so we would meet in like the middle of the hallway by like kind of where his best friend's locker was, and we would walk out to the bus together. And I remember this one day he was talking to his one girl best friend, and he told me, he said, walk to the bus, I'll meet you out there. I got really mad. I was like,
I would
And
be mad too.
he was
Excuse
following
me?
her to her freaking locker. I was like, you're kidding me. And then I copped an attitude, and then that's when he broke up with me. It just like, yeah, because he was flirting with other
Oh.
girls. And then when we broke up, he was freaking talking about how, oh, he's like going out and doing things now. I'm like, fucking dick. You're a fucking dick.
Essentially, we moved in together way too soon. We were way too young for this entire relationship because he was supposed to be like 4 hours away and I was supposed to be like, you know, not where we ended up together, basically. He was supposed to be in a different state, but he moved in with his real parents to be with me, so I had to move like an hour to be with him. And then we got our own place, and he felt the pressure because he was supporting this relationship financially, even though I was doing literally everything else. He didn't see it like that. You know, like I was cooking, I was cleaning, I was getting my mom to buy us groceries because we needed the food, and you know, and he was just too controlling. He didn't want me to talk to my family. He didn't want me to talk to anyone else. Friends, didn't have them. People who messaged me, couldn't respond. I didn't have a phone or internet, so I used his phone at night to like play on Musical.ly because that's what was out at the time. Now it's TikTok. But I was on Musical.ly all the time because that's the only thing I could do. And I got really bored. And we didn't do anything fun. We fought all the time. He was always texting this girl who he ended up leaving. And, well, okay, that was the wrong sentence to use.
So he cheated on you? Question mark?
Kinda, yeah. Essentially, he had to move back to the other state because of his health and his parents' health. So he moved, and we were still together. We were talking about Valentine's Day plans on FaceTime one night, and after that conversation, I was blocked on everything, and like 3 days later, I found out that he was not only back in the state, but he was with a girl, the girl he was texting behind my back. And he was like, no, we broke up. No, we didn't have that conversation where we broke up. We were literally talking about Valentine's Day plans. He was saying he was gonna send me something for Valentine's Day. I was like, do you want me to send you something? He was like, you don't have to do anything for me. I'm gonna send you something though. I know exactly what I'm gonna get you. I was like, that makes me feel bad. Now I gotta get you something. I found out through his dad's Facebook, which is what my song Goodbye is about, linked down in the description box below, shameless plug. I found out on his dad's Facebook that his new girlfriend him and his new girlfriend came to visit. So I called his dad and I was like, I'm blocked on everything. We never broke up. Like, that's his new girlfriend? He's like, oh, I didn't know you guys didn't break up. Yeah, they were just here. They just left a couple hours ago. Sorry, I was just freaking out. I logged into his Facebook because I knew the password. Obviously, it's not like it was a secret. He told me his password. I was allowed to go through his stuff because we had a relationship. I never did, but then I went through their messages and found out that she came down to see him the night we talked on FaceTime. And then they came back together to where we live together, essentially, his parents, and then they went back to his place and then back to her place, and he stayed there for 2 weeks. And right after all that was over, he called me and apologized and said it didn't work out and wanted me back. And we basically went back and forth on a conversation of us getting back together and essentially being back together for about a year. Yeah. What is the most romantic thing someone's ever done for you? You don't have to use names if you don't want to. I can bleep out names.
Okay, I can use names, like I can say it, but you can bleep it out.
Yeah, you just have to tell me to bleep it out.
Bleep this out.
Roger.
Okay.
He bought me the jacket. He gives me...
Green leaf thing.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have to bleep
You
that out.
too. But yeah, he gives me that. I don't know, I feel cutesy with them.
Cutesy with them. Cutesy.
He thinks I'm so cute.
I could say a lot of things, honestly, but I don't think they're romantic. Some people think things are romantic that I don't. Like really cute Italian date. This guy took me to an Italian restaurant. Authentic Italian restaurant. Hella expensive. And afterwards we went to this little dessert shop and he let me pick out whatever I wanted. I obviously only got something like super small and he was like, you know, you can have more. Like, I think that was cute and most people would find that romantic, but for me, the most romantic thing someone's done for me when I was
Charlie.
I always go back to this. I was having a super bad week. I don't remember why. Everything in my life felt like it was falling apart. And he came home from work with donuts and cookies. And he just stayed and listened to me talk. And he like rubbed my belly and like comforted me, you know? And that is the only reason I stayed in that goddamn relationship so goddamn long. I was like, he did this for me though. You know? Are you okay?
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like if somebody does that for me,
It was so cute, but it was like the only thing in that like relationship that like kept me holding on. I was like, but he's capable of this.
and you
like-
guys have a connection when that happens.
Yeah. And you know, also, he was such a good friend to me. Like, he always listened. See, that's the thing. I guess I confuse friendship and relationships because all of the people who are great friends to me, I end up in a relationship with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like,
Ethan.
best friendship ever. Gonna bleep that name for sure. Probably gonna bleep all the names, not gonna lie.
Yeah, especially
Best
my dudes.
Friendship ever, okay? Literally. Could go off on some crazy derailed shit and he's still like, but I understand you. He understands me. That's the thing. Maybe that's like my turn on. Like someone understanding me. That sounds super lame. I just like went blind
You,
looking
like-
at the sun.
When you relate to somebody and somebody can relate to you, and you guys
Mhm.
can bond over that experience.
But relationships ruin friendships. Once it gets to that point where you're intimate and you're like, we should date, we should make out for hours, we should, I don't know, I should, you know, take care of you or whatever. It's not a friendship anymore. You ruin your relationship. And now, I don't have someone I can call up on the phone and talk some crazy shit to. I mean, I probably could still call
Ethan.
I'm not gonna lie, but it just wouldn't be the same because I know he loves me. And I don't want love from him, I want a friendship. And that's a me problem.
I feel like this could go for guys and girls. I feel like a reason for why relationships go downhill is because the lack of communication.
It really is. But it's not even necessarily the communication. It's the understanding and relaying it. Like, you can communicate all day. I could tell you over and over again, like that girl. I can tell you over and over again what the problem is. But if you don't listen to me and you don't take the steps to fix that, it's not gonna work. Like, you can communicate all day long. If they're not understanding and processing what you're saying, then it's not gonna
And
work.
this is my experience with males that don't communicate their feelings. Is like they expect you to understand what's going on at the given moment and how they act. But freaking, and I know action speaks louder than words, but how can I predict off of your action over a text message?
Yeah, that's not.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, you remember
David.
he freaking, every time me and him would argue, he would expect me to know what the problem was, what I did wrong, and I was like, you are being so childish right now. You are not communicating your feelings for me. I am sorry. I do not have a crystal ball.
You can't. That's another thing. People misread things in text too. Like, you can't get your full emotion and what you're trying to put out through text. Like, I could be like, oh my god, I hate you so much right now. And you're either gonna take that, oh my god, she actually hates me, or oh my god, she loves me. What the heck did I do? Like, she's joking, kind of. Like, I hate her so much, you know? But it's
Yeah.
how you process it. And I mean one way, and you could think I mean the other way, and then it's all jacked up. It's
Right.
like if you are mad, you have to be like, I'm mad right now because of blah 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 blah.
And you guys can talk it out. It's just
Yeah,
like,
call each other on the phone or FaceTime. It's not that hard.
you can communicate
Communicate.
feelings. That's just why me and
David.
went down hills, because he wouldn't communicate and he expected so much from me, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm not supposed to know when you're mad just about how you're texting right now, just because you change your text tone or the way you word things. Like, are you kidding me? I am not a mind reader. I'm not a witch. I don't have a crystal ball right in
Not a
front
witch.
of my vanity. Like, I can't. And I just went off on him a couple times like that. I was like, you have to talk about your feelings.
I think another thing that, like, personally irritates me is when I'm laying out exactly how I feel and, like, why I think it's not gonna work or why I think it is gonna work or this or that or whatever we're talking about, and you blow over it. Like, okay, but I feel like this. No.
Oh, so
You have to, like, okay, I see that you feel like this because I feel this way too.
Mm-hmm.
Or I disagree and blah blah. It's a communication. But I always maybe I'm annoying like that. I always lay out exactly like, this is me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I like this and this, or like, this isn't gonna work. One of the recent kind of conversations I had
Ethan.
was, I don't think this is gonna work because blah 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 blah. And you know what his response was? Oh no, it does, it's gonna be fine, you're playing games. And then once I was like taken back from it and was like, this isn't gonna happen, he was like, you're on games, message me when you care.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I do care, I love you, it's just as a friend, and you're not understanding that because you're not reading what I'm saying.
They didn't want to be in a relationship with you, but you were the more, like, I want to stay with our friendship type.
See, what had happened was, we really have been talking on and off since we met, really. Not gonna lie. And in January, I went over there, last year, January 2019. I went over there and we hung out. We got to know each other more. And when I came home, he was done with me. I wasn't who he expected me to be. But he didn't communicate that to me, so I was being like, oh, we're still gonna be in a relationship kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Until I finally understood what he was meaning to say, that we weren't, and we stopped talking for like a month. And then he came back in and he was like, you know what, I miss you. I want to try again. And it went on and on and on until I was finally like, I don't want to do this. Like, you keep changing your mind. I just want to be friends now. Like, you've had your chance to date me, you know?
David.
That's
You
exactly what
had
it
your
was.
chance to date me.
You got your chance and you asked it out because you're too back and forth.
It's like, you can't. And the thing was, it wasn't like he still talked to me. Like, he ghosted for like a month or two.
Right.
And then he'd come back and be like, oh, I miss you.
Right, I want to do this, I want to be that with you, and it's just like,
Right, like, no, you don't. You can't say I love you after 2 months of ghosting somebody. Sorry, it doesn't work like that.
That's how all of the guys of this generation.
It doesn't work
All
like that.
of them. You guys.
That's not love, honey. What is love? Do you know what love is?
Love is something between two people.
I mean, I know what love is supposed to be, but have you felt love?
I have felt love, yeah.
Besides, like, family love and friendship love.
I felt love, yeah. I felt love through
Chad.
and
David.
I felt that they really did like deeply like me. They are just too young to understand what a relationship is and what you have to put into that relationship, and you have to stop thinking about yourself for once. That's what their problem was, and the lack of communication too with
David.
the second guy. But if you could, like, it's not a relationship isn't even about looks or like anything. If you can communicate your feelings with one another so beautifully that you guys have a true bond, and like you guys can be friends with each other and you can act like yourself around each other without getting all weird and like not argue a lot and see your point and just communicate and have a connection, then that's
Yeah. I don't go for looks. I kind of just, I don't even judge people on looks anymore. People all the time are like, what do you think of me? Well, I don't
You
even
talk
look
to
at.
those type of people?
No, well, my Snapchat's open.
Oh, y'all
So-
weird.
Everybody's welcome to message me, but you can't send a selfie and be like, well, what do you rate me? No,
No, I hate that.
I didn't ask you to rate me. We ain't playing this game. I don't judge people on looks. You could be considered the ugliest person ever and have the best heart, and that's what I go for, which really hurts me in the end because you get your heart broken over some ugly people who weren't worth your time. But it's like you were worth my time because you had this huge ass heart and you were so good. Other thing is, I don't like insecure people. I can't deal with an insecure. Like, if you're
Right.
all the time, every day, like, oh, you don't like me now? I didn't say that. Did I say that?
No, yeah, I know.
I wasn't hinting that I didn't like you. I don't know. I just was having a normal conversation and I don't know. Like, it annoys the crap out of me. I don't need to validate you every day or every hour or every week. I don't care. Minute, second. I don't validate people. Like, I don't judge people on looks. I shouldn't have to validate you.
There's a book by his cover.
I don't need your validation. You shouldn't need mine. If you like that kind of person, you gotta look elsewhere because it's not me.
Definitely judge on the inside.
Right.
You could be the prettiest girl in school and just have the nastiest personality and you're ugly to me.
It's really like that though, and everyone's like, why don't you like her? Well, because she's a bitch.
She might be so pretty on the outside and have the prettiest face, the prettiest eyes. But her personality, she could be so vindictive and like freaking
Exactly.
always out for making people feel bad about themselves. And you're just fucking hideous. Like,
Exactly. I was engaged to a girl who was, oh my god, she was beautiful, obviously, or I wouldn't. That sounds mean. I'm like, obvious. Well, I mean, she was beautiful to me. Everyone goes for different things too. So even if like 1% of the people like you, that's still millions of people that like you. But everyone's into their own thing, you know, which is great. Like, some people like them noodles, some people like them balls. I don't know how to explain this. It makes sense to me. I was engaged to this girl who at first was the nicest person, like always complimenting me, always like going out of her way for me, you know?
Yeah.
And in the end, she just turned out to be another petty person who just wanted like things for herself, and like, you can't do that. You can't be selfish. I mean, you're allowed to be selfish to an extent. Like, you can't be selfish enough to hurt someone else that you supposedly care about. But I also think people need other things in a relationship. Like, there's different kinds of love languages. But, I mean, everyone needs something different, and if you're not right for that person, just know that that's okay. It's not anything against you, and it's not anything against them. Like, you can be, maybe that's why I have a problem with the relationships, because I need so much.
You need
That's it.
attention.
You need attention?
No, you do.
I need attention. But not enough to be like, people are clinging onto me, see? I don't know. I'm too much.
I don't need attention in a relationship. I feel like you could be so mean to me, and you could be the cutest person ever, the most cutest personality on the planet, and I think you're just so cute. But you can be so mean to me, but you're just so cute.
That's not good. You're not allowed to have
I
someone be
know.
mean to you.
I'm toxic for that. I have my toxic traits.
Everyone has their toxic traits, and you have to learn and grow from them.
That's how freaking
David.
was. Thought he was the cutest boy on the planet, but so mean to me.
It's just annoying to know that you're not the right person for somebody when you want to be, but it's always for the best. Your soulmate is out there, whether you believe that or not. That's why I use the quotation marks. Do you believe in soulmates?
I don't know.
Do you believe there's one person for everybody?
No. I believe there's like 5 people for everybody.
Same. There's growing
There's
soulmates.
variety.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up if you did. Comment below any other videos you want to see. Check out her playlist and my vlog channel and social media in the description box below. And I'll see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.
I gotta piss.
Nice.
I gotta piss.
And that's about it.
You can still be the whole package and get delivered to the wrong address. I'm like, yeah, boys ain't shit. But you gotta find the right one, man.